Hello, welcome to my show. My name's Patrick. I want to do this quickly. I had an idea. This is something many of you already know, but it's something we always forget, and it's about self-respect, self-love, how we go about it, to be a reminder. And I was thinking about my dog. He's a beautiful dog, and when I take him out in public, there'll be like several dogs, and the people will come over to Max and say, what a beautiful dog, and pet him and stuff, and go, oh, and Max just absorbs it. The point is, it's because I tell him he's a beautiful dog is one of the reasons he is. He's good food, that's one reason, but he has a pretty good life, you know. I have to find him a girl dog someday, but we're working on that. And there's a part in this book called Return of the Bird Tribe, which is a very high frequency book. It's not a 10, I forget, it's like 7.5, which is a good metaphysical book. That's a good vibration to be at. If you are writing a very high political book, I would say a 5, you know, with insight. But for a metaphysical spiritual book, I want you to be at least 7.5 to 8. You know, that's a good range up to 10. And when you read, for example, the Nag Hammadi scrolls, all right, it's about 54 Gospels. Many of them are 10, and some are 4. The 4s had a motivation other than the spiritual message of a Christ. It had the motivation of selling a political point of view. So you're taking, you know, 150 years after the fact, they're taking known spiritual people and creating this dialogue, or you embellish on it to have a point of view, you know, and that will come out because it's not a direct message. While those that are a 10, let's say you get as high as a 10, you can't, very few of those, but they're there. And in the Gospels, if I'm right, 2 of the 4 Gospels are 10, and the other 2 are 5s. I forget which. I'll go back and do it someday. The 10 is, it was almost like someone sitting at the feet of Christ, let's say, or one of the other apostles that was a high apostle, and they were like a stenographer writing down the story, the event is coming from directly from high. So Christ would be standing there, he's pulling in the high frequency message through him, which is a high frequency, and which is the best for all humanity, and he is, somebody's writing it down, or he wrote it down himself in notes and gave it to someone else to write up later. So that's how you get a 10 gospel. You know, you need that to happen. So in the books, you're dealing with 7.5 and 8s for a book. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. What I was going to say in that book, I'll speed up here. There comes a point where I think Hiawatha, which is a known historical character, I think in the Northeast Indian tribes, they know about him. Maybe in the Iroquois Confederation, I forget. And anyway, he channeled this. He got sick, the writer, and he had these channeling experience. I believe he was a Christian type person. I mean, you know, a practicing, I'm not sure what, in Missouri. Does that help? And he was delusional, and he got fever. He had a fever, and he started. Now this is, so you're starting with like Edgar Cayce. You're starting with a very religious person to begin with, and he's doing a message completely different than his conscious mind is. So Cayce was a school teacher. He taught the Bible as his religion told him to. Yet over here he's channeling things about the pyramids, earth changes, you know, ETs. So he really had a conflict, yet he lived with them quite well. He believed in what he was bringing through from the higher realms, and he understood the limitations of his own religious beliefs. And this man, he died in 2010, I believe. And it, you know, he didn't. The real good spiritual metaphysical books, they don't make any money on them. You know, if you're going to write a great book, you're probably not going to make money. Most of the big, like, new agey metaphysical books that make a lot of money, they really didn't. You know, I get the dowsing on it. You can do it too. They just like average, maybe a 4, just like those low vibration gospels in the Nag Hammadi scrolls. You know, they have a political agenda or a social agenda or something, you know, and usually to make money. Usually the money is the first motivator, just brings it down right at and then the politics and the social structure. So this back to Return of the Bird Tribe. He wrote 2 books in particular. He had maybe 5 books out there, but 2, Return of the Bird Tribe and something else about the bird tribe. Hiawatha comes into the camp, and he's just like a crazy man. And everybody in the camp goes, what do we do with this guy? He's angry. He's going to kill us probably. So they tackle him, tie him down, feed him good food, like deer with fat on it. Fat was very important in those days. And they said they took turns and say, you are beautiful, you are handsome. They were trying to calm him down. So they're going, you are a calm, strong, powerful warrior. You are a high shaman. You are, and they went on and on. You are very smart. You see things in the future. You are this and that. And then within 10 days, he was complete physical, emotional makeover. A completely different person. And they undid him, and he stood there, and he was just a magnificent human being. And the point being, he began to believe what they were saying. It was like a multiple induction in hypnosis, you know? And it had its point. The point I'm speeding up to is, Max is just a beautiful dog, because I go, oh, you're beautiful. I mean it. He is beautiful. I mean, I'm talking to his soul, and it physically manifested. You're healthy. You're the most intelligent dog in the state. All the girl dogs love you. They think you're terrific. You know, he is just like, he walks with a command. And I've had many dogs, and all dogs will respond to this, but all animals, they know the vibration of the word when done with sincerity. Their soul takes it in, and it'll physically manifest. Guess what? You can do it to yourself looking in the mirror. You know, he goes, look at that beautiful, handsome guy. You know, all right, you're kind of beat up, but you're a good, handsome guy. You're smart. You have to do the minimum work. You know, you don't have to meet the standards of Madison or Hollywood, what they deem beautiful. No, you're going to exude. Your soul will come out and manifest a physical beauty for who you are, for your group, as it were. And you know, they have all these guys saying, kiss yourself. It's to remind you to have self-love and self-respect. And don't forget to do that, you know. And then other people will pick up on it. And you can say it to people that are hurting. You can telepathically tell them. Let's say somebody on the road, a panhandler, is all beat up. You know, just, you don't have to go over, even if you don't have any money, you can easily say, you are a beautiful human being. With your thoughts, you're going to send it to them. The other thing is, like the pendulums, these are divine spiritual tools. I don't joke around with this stuff. I don't mess around with any of it. Even the tarot cards. People are passing judgment on it. They don't know what they're talking about. Just deal with everything with respect. If you don't understand it, still deal with respect. I don't understand it. I don't know. That's what you do. Don't pass judgment on anything. It's a sticky tar baby. If you want to get off planet Earth at the end of the day, you got to leave your judgments behind. So, I kiss these. You see me do it. I love them because they have a soul. right? They have a knowingness about them, and they're working with me. We have a partnership. That increases the accuracy, and it increases the accuracy of your dreams. If you get a dream the previous night, so thank you for that dream. I really don't like that dream, but thank you for it. You know, I don't like getting thrown out of, you know, buildings or something. But say thank you for where the dream came, you know, from your internal self, and make sure you know, always ask for your dreams and not someone else's, or sometimes, you know, or the shadow world out there that tries to run the world. They do project dreams out onto people and just say, I don't want those dreams, I just want mine, doing with my things. Now for me, sometimes I insert myself into other people's lives, and then I can play the role, and I've done this many times. It's kind of odd, but and, you know, I can see what it's about. You know, it just makes the dream interpretation harder, because sometimes I have to go, okay, am I in this dream? Or is this about me, this dream? Or is this about that situation? And it's, you know, the people in it are really, they're really saying, that's really important, who the people are, is the key. And anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to say, you know, this thing about words, even for the animal kingdom, even as a horse, you go up there and go, you're one good looking horse. You are beautiful. He's taking in that vibration. His soul is taking in it. You're going to see the muscles just calm down and release. You know, it's really interesting how these words work, and how to use them for yourself in your own unfoldment, getting those blockages out of your way, and you can have a really nice communication with yourself. And you'll just get these ideas coming into you just like all the time. Except for making money, it's a little slow on making money. Thank you very much. Have a good day. I thought that was interesting. Those books are on the internet, and it's not for everyone. You know, people who read metaphysical books and things already know about it, you know, so you might have to go look for it. I think they're worthwhile. He has a good message. Now, one book is a 6 and the other one's a 7.5 to 8. I forget which is which. And he has a children's book, I think, that kind of did well. That was pretty high too. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.